Call us today at 1-800-5-million, because you deserve justice.
Welcome back. Look from our Mount Wilson camera at that cloud coverage that we're seeing right now over the Los Angeles basin. Temperatures look like this right now: 58 in Burbank, 63 in Fullerton, it's 58 in Corona, and 61 in Oxnard. This afternoon, temperatures will be a little cooler than yesterday. 67 for Santa Monica, 80 for Van Nuys today, 72 in Long Beach, 81 in Ontario, and 93 in Palm Springs. It's not going to rain today. Again, this is just picking up that dense marine layer this morning. Ladies, back to you.
Casey, thank you. We want to take you back to that breaking news in Boyle Heights. A tanker truck carrying propane rolls over, shutting down part of the 5 freeway on southbound lanes at the transition from the 60 freeway. You're looking live at the scene. A SIG alert is in effect. It's expected to last through the 9 o'clock hour. It looks like they are getting in position to turn that tanker truck back over. We do understand one member of the Los Angeles Fire Department suffered a minor injury. We're hearing the driver is okay of that tanker truck. California Highway Patrol confirms there's no active leak from any product in it, and they are working to set it up right. Hazmat crews will remain on scene for now.
And more breaking news, the search continues for the hit-and-run driver who plowed into a crowd of pedestrians last night in Santa Monica. 2 people are now dead, 2 others in the hospital, one of them possibly in critical condition. It all happened just after 9 p.m. near Wilshire and 14th. That is where police say that suspect was driving on the wrong side of the street before jumping the curb and driving up onto the sidewalk. After slamming into a tree, the male driver took off on foot.
Developing news now. Governor Gavin Newsom deploying National Guard troops to support food banks in anticipation of delays to federal food assistance. The state says it will build off its efforts to fight food insecurity during the COVID-19 pandemic. Around 5.5 million low-income Californians receive federal food assistance through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. But due to the government shutdown, November SNAP benefits may be delayed or expire in many states, including California, unless Congress acts. KTLA's Omar Lewis will have more on this story coming up at 9 o'clock.
And there are plenty of headlines from our nation's capital.
Here's what we're watching in Washington this morning. Steve Bannon publicly throwing his support behind President Trump's talk of seeking a 3rd term. In an interview with The Economist, Bannon says there is a plan to circumvent the 22nd Amendment. He also suggested that he was part of a team developing that plan. Seeking a 3rd presidential term would defy the constitutionally mandated 2-term limit. This comes after months of President Trump toying with the idea, insisting that he is, quote, not joking about running for a 3rd term.
As the government shutdown lingers on, the Trump administration is planning to use an anonymous $130 million donation to pay U.S. military service members. The donation was reportedly made on condition that it be used to pay service members' salaries and benefits. Now many are questioning if the Department of Defense is violating any federal laws by accepting the mysterious money. Experts say that while it is a large sum, it will do little to offset the cost of paying the military members, as it breaks down to just about $100 to each of them.
The U.S. Department of Justice says it plans to monitor polling sites in 5 California counties just days ahead of the state's special election. Federal election observers will be stationed in Los Angeles, Orange, Fresno, Riverside, and Kern counties from November 4th through the 7th. The DOJ says the effort is to, quote, ensure transparency, ballot security, and compliance with federal law, end quote. The state is voting on redistricting Proposition 50 that would redraw congressional lines to favor Democrats in response to Texas redrawing lines to add House GOP seats at President Trump's request. Governor Newsom responded, calling the move an intimidation tactic to suppress the vote.
Social Security recipients will get a little more money in their monthly payments next year. A cost of living adjustment of 2.8% is being made for 2026. Next year's rise is about $56 a month more than what recipients got this year. Social Security is the primary source of income for about 40% of all older Americans. That's according to AARP. And thousands expected to gather for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk happening in Santa Monica today.
Our Erin Myers is live at the Santa Monica Pier with a very special guest, we understand, Erin.
Yes. Hi, ladies. Good morning. I do have our special guest, our very own Sandra Mitchell, who is emceeing today. also a breast cancer survivor, and you've been at this event several years. Talk to me first about your journey, and then we'll talk about the event.
Okay, so I was diagnosed 14 years ago, and I've been hosting this event for 5 or 6 years, and I have to tell you, every time I come out and I talk to people and they tell me about their treatments, I'm just amazed because there is so much research going on. And when we talk about making strides, we are making strides in the medical world, in the oncology world that you would not believe. Every treatment has changed. So for every diagnosis now, a specific treatment, it is just amazing. The American Cancer Society is the largest funder, private funder of cancer research in the United States. That's just incredible. So all of the money that's raised here today, and last year it was $500,000. $500,000 in one day, $500,000. This year they're hoping for $600,000. All of that goes for really important research to make treatments better, to make treatments more effective, and that's why we're here.
And I know these walks, they've been going on for more than 30 years, and it's really about bringing people together too, the community, the support system. Talk to me about how important that is for people.
You know, cancer is very isolating. When you hear the words from your doctor, I have cancer, you feel suddenly very alone. This is about community. These are people who have been through it or are going through it. Either they themselves or they're a supporter. We recognize the doctors, the donors, the patients, the supporters, the thrivers, the survivors. This is the one day where everybody comes together for this incredible cause.
Tell me a little bit about what you've gotten from this experience being here, as you said, getting to talk to everybody and meet so many wonderful, amazing people.
Hugs. I've gotten lots of hugs.
There are a lot of hugs going on, I see that. And of course, everyone has the pink on as well. Fill me in a little bit about screenings and the importance of that too, because I know that's something people are talking about today too.
Yeah, it's a scary thing, right? When as you get older and you start to think about your risk, and let's face it, mammograms are uncomfortable, people, but you've got to do it. I mean, it's the most effective way to determine if you have breast cancer or if you have high dense breast tissue and put you at a higher risk. So if there's one thing you want to do for a family member, maybe you can't donate, maybe you can't be here today, just talk about it. Urge people to get their mammograms and to make sure that they're seeing their doctor. Cancer treatment and cancer survival rates have come a long, long way. But you got to know that you have it so you can get it treated.
The importance is to find that out and to stay on top of everything. Sandra, what would you tell people who aren't here today? How can they get involved as well?
They can go online to the AmericanCancerSociety.org and make a donation. You know, every donation counts. We talk about raising $500,000. That money is going for such important research. You can also just check in with the American Cancer Society. We always need sponsors. We always need donors. We always need volunteers. There's so much to do in the community, even if it is just taking your car and driving someone to an appointment. As I said, cancer can feel really isolating, but when the community comes together, there is so much support and there's so much to be done still.
Well, I know you still have hosting duties, so we will let you go do
I
that.
wanna show my
But
shoes.
oh wait,
Can I
one
show
more
my
thing,
shoes?
guys. Look at those.
Athletic Propulsion Lab sent these to KTLA5 to the TV station. Sorry, I'm having trouble holding my balance, but there you go.
They are very cute. Very cute.
Amazing.
All right, well, I know, guys, we have the 838 stretch
Yeah,
too,
show
so
off
I'll
those
send it back to
shoes.
you on that as well.
Good
I know,
stretching
let's bring those shoes in again.
It's time. It's time for
The 838 stretch on this Saturday.
Are we doing this? Let's see your
Yeah. This is Shohei's walkout song. Oh, yeah. Take a part of this song for fan Kelly joining Casey.
Kelly and her hat.